Alright, we're gonna make a delicious corn salad. No cooking needed for this. Everything is fresh and delicious. You're gonna need 2 cans of corn, rinsed and drained. So I have them already in the bowl. And these are the 15.25 cans of corn, okay? You're gonna need about 3 tomatoes, red onion. I'm not going to use all this red onion, probably half of it. You're going to need 1 or 2 cucumbers, red bell pepper, a green zucchini, and a little bit of your zesty Italian dressing. This is how much I have left, so this is what I'm going to use up. So we're going to get started first with the zucchini. Nothing fancy, okay? So even if you just wanted to cut it in half like this, right? We're just going to kind of little small pieces. You're going to throw everything into the bowl. And this little side dish can go good with anything. If you grill and you're barbecuing and you're making chicken, sausage, you know, on the grill, this is a great side dish for that. Baked chicken, great side dish. This side dish can be good for anything. Some fish, grilled fish, put this on the side. This is a nice little refreshing salad. If you have a potluck, this is something simple you could take to a potluck or a barbecue. It's a great way to get your veggies and fruits in because tomatoes are a fruit. Some of these are a fruit. They're not a vegetable. So fruits, vegetables, whatever. Great way to get it all in. Make sure there's no seeds in the in the bell pepper. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to clean this up. Thinly slice it. Little pieces. I made a crock pot full of beans last night. So you know me, every once in a while I like to prepare meals and get things going for the weekend or for the week. It's very important that if you have a family of 4 or more, or even for yourself, if you have time to prep meals, go ahead and prep them. And this is something that's easy. It's not going to take that long. The longest part is just kind of preparing everything, but once you get all that done, and you can put as much or as little of these items as you want. It's your salad. If you're 1 person or 2 people, you might want to do the only 1 can of corn, and then maybe half of everything. So get my peeler. You can leave some of this peel on if you want, but I take it all off the cucumber. If you have a compost, you can put all your scraps in the compost. I used to compost, but not anymore. We're just trying to use things up, right? So we did purchase some stuff from the store. The corn came from the food pantry. And then we purchased the produce. I've really been enjoying cooking meals and being creative with using whatever they give us from the food pantry. And then we just kind of go, oh, we can make that, or we can do this, or, you know. Trying to keep under that $100 to $75 mark. Everything's so expensive. And it's important to get as much of the fresh produce in your diet as possible. Or frozen. Nothing wrong with frozen fruits and vegetables. They're just as good. Once we get this in, we'll kind of mix it up and play around with it and say, oh, I want, you know, more of this or more of that. Alright? And then too, it's a very colorful dish. Got all kinds of colors in here, which is really cool. And I'm just rough chopping it, guys. I'm not like doing anything fancy. I'm not a fancy cook. I'm not a fancy chef. I am a housewife who cooks meals and prepares things for her family. I am not a professional, and nor do I want to be. I don't want to try to be fancy or a professional. That is not who I am. I am just a humble girl from Texas. That is it. And throw some tomato in there. It's going to be a nice, refreshing salad. And you can even eat this on its own. You don't have to have meat on the side. You can get some guacamole and some tortilla chips and eat this on the side with it and call that a meal. There's so many vegetables and stuff in here and fruits that you could just, this could be a meal all on its own. Sit outside in a hammock or a rocking chair with your lemonade or tea. Get a bowl of this salad and sit outside and enjoy the fresh air. Alright? Making a mess over here. Everything's splashing around. Alright, we're going to get a big spoon. Mix this around. I'm going to want another tomato in there, so we're going to put another tomato. Oh, don't forget too to cut the edge of the tomato like this. Get as much of it off that stem as possible. We want as much of it in here. Nothing goes to waste. I love tomatoes, so more tomato will go in here. I think we're good on the onion. And like I said, it's your salad. You can put as little or as much of it as you want. And yes, I do make a mess when I cook. But I will clean it all up. And then we still have some more vegetables for something else. Alright, we're going to put this Italian dressing in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of it. And that gets rid of that. That gets rid of this. Let me move this to the side. We still got a good tomato here. See? Did not take me long to clean up whatsoever. Get this mixed up. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper in here. Where is my black pepper? There we go. Some black pepper. Just a tiny, tiny bit of salt. Not a lot because there's salt inside the corn and there's salt inside the dressing. So we do not need that much salt. Oh, you know what else this could use? Look at this color. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. You know what we can use in here? If I could find it, because I'm not very organized. Here's a little, oh, you know what? I'm thinking I used the rest of it, my parsley. I think I might have used it, but that's okay. And this is going to go in the fridge to chill until you're ready to eat it. You know what? Let's try a little bit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's try a little bit of this. Oh yeah. Alright guys. Enjoy. Thank you for watching.